Some people might have a little rock and roll pneumonia.
You wanted the best, you got the best from my home studio on Long Island, New York. Welcome to Ian Scotto Rocks. I am your host, Ian Scotto, and today we have an update in a real tragedy. You guys may remember last year, Josh Klinghoffer, former guitarist for the Red Hot Chili Peppers, being charged with vehicular manslaughter after a really unfortunate accident where he hit a pedestrian who later died in the hospital, and he will not be doing jail time, we have learned, and that may surprise some people. We'll get right into it. I always like to give credit where credit is due. This is an article that I saw here, and really the best one covering everything from NME, written by Liberty Dunworth. Ex-Red Hot Chili Peppers guitarist Josh Klinghoffer avoids jail time for a vehicular manslaughter charge. A man named Israel Sanchez was killed last year after being struck by the guitarist's SUV. For those who don't know, Josh was in the band in between when John Frusciante left, and then came back again, right? Because there was that period where we had Dave Navarro, then John Frusciante comes back, John Frusciante leaves, we have Josh Klinghoffer. Now he's back, and really John Frusciante is considered the classic guitarist from the band. He's who most people know. They mainly know his work, but that's who Josh is. Josh Klinghoffer, former guitarist for Red Hot Chili Peppers, has avoided a jail sentence following a charge of vehicular manslaughter. The incident took place last year when the musician was driving his GMC Yukon in California and struck a 47-year-old man, Israel Sanchez. The pedestrian died from his injuries hours later. Later in the year, the guitarist pleaded not guilty to the vehicular manslaughter charge. In a plea deal made yesterday, May 28th, Klinghoffer has accepted the lesser charge of misdemeanor vehicular manslaughter without gross negligence, according to Stereogum. The charge means that he has avoided jail time as part of the sentence. A county judge in Los Angeles has sentenced him to 60 days of community labor and 1 year of informal probation. He's also ordered to complete a class on driver safety and pay restitution. The fee for this is to be determined at a later date. After the incident last March, Klinghoffer was sued by Sanchez's family for wrongful death. In the filing, they alleged that the guitarist was using his phone at the time and likely driving while distracted. Definitely a big no-no, I have to say. They also claim that the musician, who has also worked with Jane's Addiction, Pearl Jam, Iggy Pop, and Morrissey, made no braking or slowing motion until after he fatally struck. In a statement shared with Pitchfork back last summer, Klinghoffer's lawyer, Andrew B. Brettler, described the incident as a tragic accident. He added after the car struck the pedestrian, Josh immediately pulled over, stopped the vehicle, called 911, and waited until police and the ambulance arrived. He is fully cooperating with the traffic investigation. Around that time, the Sanchez family lawyer, Nick Rowley, claimed to Variety that they have a video of him on his cell phone at the time he hit and killed Israel Sanchez. Israel Sanchez was on his way to the grocery store to make soup for his family and never came home, he added. He did everything right, looking for oncoming traffic and abiding by pedestrian signage, but tragically, Mr. Klinghoffer, in a rush and on his phone, hit him fatally from behind with a large SUV. The loss and grief that the Sanchez family now faces is immense. We will not stop until there is accountability and justice for Mr. Sanchez and his family. A hearing on the case is set for July 1st, 2025. So really, a very light sentence, doing no jail time when a man tragically lost his life. Look, all of us at one point or another have driven and looked at our cell phone, right? I mean, if you never have, you're better than myself, because I will admit that I have done that, and I will not do that, all right? I will not do that in the future, and none of you watching this should, because you never know what could happen, and the guilt Josh must feel that someone lost their life because of him being distracted must be unbelievable. I know for myself, when I do something just minutely wrong to someone else, I feel a tremendous sense of guilt, and I can't imagine living with myself after this happening. So although it is a very light sentence, it's something he's going to have to live with for the rest of his life, similar to Vince Neil when he tragically ended the life of that member of Hanoi Rocks, drunk driving. And I feel like distracted driving is the new drunk driving. So if you're watching this right now, I would say just make a pledge that you're not going to do that because, yeah, I know we all think, I could do these two things at the same time. In many cases, it's probably worse than being inebriated. And I especially feel for when you see these guys on motorcycles and they're zooming by and someone is just on their cell phone, totally distracted, and just one minute second of distraction could result in the end of a life. So do your best. And I don't know what's going to happen with Josh Klinghoffer. He hasn't been in the Chili Peppers for a number of years. Super fans of the group are really happy to see John Frusciante back. He really has that trademark sound. And yeah, I could personally say my first concert ever was the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Dave Navarro. I was a very young kid, but I was into music from a very young age. A lot of people didn't like Dave Navarro and the Chili Peppers. I will always love the One Hot Minute album. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Hey, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We're trying to grow this thing. And if you want to pick up some merch, we have that in the link in the description from our Etsy store. Really quality stuff. And if you want to binge watch some more great content from Ian Scotto Rocks, we cover news, we do deep dives, I do commentary about everything in the rock world. You can see that if you click right here. We have a lot more coming in the future. And yeah, prayers to that man who was killed. And hopefully many of you have learned from Josh Klinghoffer's deadly mistake.